Hello, guys, and welcome to tonight live. How's it going? How's it going? I'm hoping everyone's having a good Wednesday tonight. I hope we have a good show tonight, and I hope that you guys get to interact, ask our guests some questions, and come in with me. How are you guys doing? Mr. Seal, Ernest Seal, how's it going? Mr. Silver Fox, how's it going? Welcome and welcome, guys. Tonight I am bringing a guest on the show, and this guest is one of the first young men to be returned to America under the Joe Biden program. I am pretty sure that was one of the most happiest moments for this young man that is our guest. So I know a lot of people have questions, but I enjoy bringing inspiring stories to the stage. People that's been through the dirt and come out on top and share their stories to inspire many others. He also has started a channel called Max Journey. And if you look at the description, guys, Mac Journey is also, his link is in the description. So as we get this show started, I'm going to ask that you please check out his channel. Please share his story. And don't forget, guys, it's free for us to get him to his 500 subscribers on YouTube for sharing his story here with us. So I hope all is well, guys. We're going to bring in our guest. Let's bring in Mac. Mr. Mac, how's it going?
How are you? How are you? I'm doing well. I'm
Finally
doing
get to,
blessed. I'm very blessed.
amen. Finally get to have you on Life in Haiti for the first time. Finally, we get to work together and actually link up. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. I want you to introduce yourself so that the people can get to know who you are from you instead of me sharing who you are.
How you doing? This is Mac from Mac's Journey. I just want to introduce myself, and it's a pleasure to be here in Life in Haiti with Marie. This is long overdue. And I'm just ecstatic about this, because this is an opportunity just for me to be able to share my story, a little background about me. I don't want to go too fast because I'm gonna let Marie ask the questions. But I've been living in Haiti for 12 years before I end up returning back to the States. So yeah, that's about me. I'm gonna let Marie ask the questions so I could stay into protocol of the show. But come on, New Year, come on, New Year.
That's what I said. Well, I'm gonna tell you this.
Stop I say.
Feel free to be yourself. Feel free to answer. Feel free to share. Um, the title of the show is the first deportee to return to America under the Joe Biden program. That in itself is very powerful, especially for people from our community that has been returned back to Haiti, and we understand the situations in Haiti. Let's start from the beginning, Matt. How long were you in the States, and what led to your deportation, and when were you deported back to Haiti? And if you don't mind, you can elaborate on why you were deported.
Um, I was in the States when I was 3 years old. My mother and my father, they migrated from Haiti, and they had me in Bahamas. And from Bahamas, they migrated to the United States in Fort Lauderdale. That where my mother was at, but my father, he moved to Palm Beach, and they were separated. They never got together, you know. And it's like me growing up with my mother. it was church every day, just church, growing up in a Haitian single mother household. And that's how it was. It was just going to church every day. I was the only boy. I had two sisters. I have an older sister and I have a younger sister. And they still in Fort Lauderdale as we speak today. They're still in Fort Lauderdale. And and it's like them being my older sister. She was like my biggest fan. She showed me like a lot of things. But at the age of like 11, I had to move out. I had to move out because my mother, she was like because due to the fact that I was the only son and I am a boy, she was like a father has to raise his son. So she ended up moving me to I ended up leaving my mother and my sisters and having to go to Palm Beach. And when I got to Palm Beach, I'm living with my father. And me living with my father's a laid back guy. He was really like a hustler. He really wasn't home a lot, and he had a Black American girlfriend at the time, and she was young. She was probably 25 or 24. And me being 11 years old, she just took a liking to me. She always called me her stepson, and she just showed me a lot about the American culture. And my father's not being home, and me just living that young Black American life where I'm thinking I ain't even know about a lot of things. I didn't really know about the whole dynamic about having your paperwork or having your status or none of those things. I was just living a happy-go-lucky life, and and me what really led to me getting deported was like my father wasn't around. He wasn't around a lot when I was younger because he was out hustling. He was selling cars, and at the whole time my father was selling cars, he was selling narcotics too. He was selling drugs. And at the time I'm growing up with my father. I'm 12, 13, 14, and I see all these people coming in out the house, and I'm talking to these people, and they telling me about their life. Marie, they just exposing me to their lifestyle and what they got going on. And that really just made me real. As I'm listening to them, I'm getting more and more curious of like, wow, this is how this person's living and what's going on with them. But a lot of them, they was drug dealers. A lot of them was drug addicts. And they showing me like different things around town. They showing me guns. They showing me drugs. They showing me basically the whole life that I didn't know when I was living with my mom. And me being the only kid in the house, I just took a liking for that. And me taking a liking to it, I just got myself involved with just a lot of crime. I got myself just involved with a lot of things. And I always say this, being a first generation Haitian, when I say first generation, because my father and my mother, they ain't had nobody teaching them, because when they came to America, they was fending for themselves. They trying to get back in school and just trying to keep the house fed, trying to keep the bills paid. So they really didn't tell me a lot about this American culture. So I had to learn it by myself, Marie.
Definitely, I understand.
And
I know.
man, of course. I'm happy to be here in Life in Haiti. I'm happy to be here, Marie, because you keep it
And
real
we're
and you
happy
tell
to
the people. You don't tell the people
we're
what they
happy to
want to
have
hear.
you.
You tell the people the truth, and and just being with that whole background, I just got involved with the streets. I mean, it's not a story that we haven't heard before. I just got involved with the streets. I had a lot of narcotics charges, a lot of possession charges, a lot of distribution charges, and that caused me to go to jail. And from jail,
Mm-hmm.
I went to prison, and I
Mm-hmm.
remember when I was in when I first got to jail, and me not knowing the whole immigration status, the whole immigration, how the immigration works and stuff like that. So when they told me I had an ice hole, the whole time I'm hearing ice hole, ice hole. I'm like, what that mean? I'm thinking they telling me that I got a meth charge. you know? just to show you how sublime of me not even knowing about the whole immigration status. And
Innovation. Mm-hmm.
I mean, my parents, yeah, yeah, because I was um my background. I ended up graduating high school in 2003. I graduated high school in 2003, and from there, I ended up going to Tallahassee. From Tallahassee, I went to this university. I went to a university called FAMU University, FAMU, and it's in Tallahassee. It's in the same city as Florida State. And for me being there and not having no status, I couldn't get no financial aid. I couldn't get no financial aid. I couldn't. And
Yeah.
my father, he's selling drugs, so he's sending money when he can. So I'm just living this type of. I'm watching my other friends that I grew up with. They getting financial aid and they living this life, and I'm like, man, I want to live this life too. So what I started doing, I started selling drugs. I started selling
Mm.
drugs. I started going to Miami and picking up drugs. I started off with weed, and just started off with stuff like that. Start selling weed in the campuses. Started selling to, like, I started selling to wow, man. Just talking about this story, it just really, like, just to show you where God just take
I'm
us
here
and
with
where he
you.
put us. It's all it's not about where you started, but it's about where you ended, Marie, because there's a lot of times
Mm-hmm.
our stories is like, as you telling the story, you listening to yourself, you like, wow, man, I was a I was a dude just
Mm-hmm.
living this life, man. I was living this
Mm-hmm.
life just like,
Hey, be
going to
yourself
Miami every
here
2 days picking up
because
drugs and
mhm. I apologize for interrupting you. I was just gonna say you can feel free to be yourself because who you were is not who you are today. So I think my guest is froze for a little. I'm gonna wait and see if he comes back. So, guys, I want to thank you all for joining. And of course, we have a ton of questions for Mr. Mack. So I want to ask that you guys share. But as we get into this story, guys, for the many Haitians that are watching, I love bringing stories to assist Haitian American parents. Haitian Americans that are raising young Haitians that comes from the US innocently, from Haiti innocently, migrating and entering into a whole new territory that they are not used to, nor that they understand. One of the things that is similar about many of our stories is the fact that we all agree not many people spoke to us about our situation or maybe our status. A lot of the time, guys, it is good to remind it's good to remind your
Lord,
child of their status so that
make
they
this thing
know
work,
what
Jesus.
their status is. Are you back? Are you able to hear me now?
Oh Lord, what's going on?
I remember I was telling you maybe move around, or now maybe you can turn off your camera and just talk without the camera and see how well that goes. Or you can cut off your camera for a little bit from time to time, turn it back on
Can you
and
hear me
see if
now,
that,
Marie?
yeah, I hear you. But maybe if you turn off the camera for a little bit, maybe it while you talk, maybe it will, keep it going better.
Okay, that's not a problem. I could do that.
No,
I
time
could
and time
definitely do
again,
that.
you're welcome to turn it back on,
You
but
know,
it's just to keep the internet going
it's
because
just we doing a powerful testimony today, and the enemy work
definitely.
exactly,
Definitely. So the
and the
our
enemy
you
trying to
know
mess.
the audience know how you look. So if you could like close the camera and just we'll talk through the show. Okay. Are you able to hear me better now?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly fine.
Awesome. Awesome, my brother. So now you're telling us about coming from Haiti at the age of 3, being exposed to so much, and also being around your father who's really that cool laid back guy, so he's not really a strict type of father, which makes it so much easier to drown yourself into the lifestyle which you were exposed to, into the environment, right?
Definitely, definitely, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and and my house was always the hangout house. That way all the neighborhood kids that come to my house, all the old Haitians that come to my house, all the white folks that come to my house. And my house was like the hangout house. It just gave me a
Mm-hmm.
popularity that I didn't even know about. And it just gave me exposure to other kids around the neighborhood that just wanted to be around me or be around my father or their mother or their daughter or their son. They just want to be around my father because my father was a giving person. Because when you live in
Mm-hmm.
that life, at the same time you live in that life, you generous too.
Mm-hmm. Some people.
You know, and Lord, Jesus Christ, what's wrong with this net?
Are you okay? Now we're able to hear you. So let's move on, my brother, because this internet is giving us issues. Let's go now to the day that you found yourself arrested for what eventually led to your deportation. Um, when did that take place, and when were you returned back to Haiti?
Um, I got arrested in 2009, Marie. You know, I got arrested in 2009, and when I got arrested, it was like, you know, me being not familiar with a lot of the legal terms, it caused me to like just say things that I didn't know what would be held up against me. Because at the time I got arrested for narcotics. I got arrested because I had a possession of a firearm with a concealed weapon. And at the same time, when I got arrested, and I had like almost $8,000 on me, you know, and me not knowing how to just keep my mouth closed, it just caused me to put my foot in my mouth, and it caused what could have been an easy case, it just caused it to be even more difficult for me. That makes sense.
Are you there? Mm-mm-mm. I don't know, guys. Let me know. Is it me that's freezing up, or like, are you guys able to see me and not see him? Let me know. Is it probably my internet also that's acting up? It's your internet. So
See,
can you try maybe going to sit
hear
somewhere different from where you sitting, Matt?
me.
Hmm. Can you try sitting elsewhere? Okay, guys. I'm not really sure what's happening with his internet. And maybe if we have to do the show at a different time, maybe if we have to do the show at a different time, then we will, because his internet is not really working well. So, guys, since I actually was planning on having a guest and not doing too much talking myself, which I will see if we can get the internet together and bring him back, or maybe he will come back once his internet get better. In between, I'm going to mention it again. Parents haïtien yo qui ap entre ti moun soti Haiti yo. Histoire sa yo mbyen kwe se pou nou t'attende yo. Se tan kou son ti l'école Life in Haiti ap fe aswe a pou nou. Parce se pa sel nou men bagay sa te ka pase. La pase toujou, el gen pou l'pase moun toujou. Actuellement, même les n'a pas lavé el gen moun qui va le faire un bagay pour yo mette tête yo dans mauvaise situation. Mais ou même comme parent, moi souhaite que ou ka parler avec ti moun yo. Ou ka faire yo comprendre statut yo dans pays ya. Ou ka faire yo comprendre tout gen des amis pour yo pa faire. Et ou même tout comme parent ou gen devoir pa ou. Gen des bagay ou pas vraiment montrer ti moun, spécialement aux États-Unis. Nous connaissons pile moun fait quitter pays dans programme Joe Biden nan. Et dans programme Joe Biden ça li pour 2 ans. Oui, nous connaissons gen pile moun vraiment nous pral chercher un gens pour nous combattre. Et pas quoi gon grand haïtien qui quitte pays dans Joe Biden qui pral d'accord vraiment pour yo retourner dans ça yo gen a dit ki yon misère après 2 ans. La difficile pour voyer moun yo. Ça veut dire ou ta reme faire la vie, ou ta reme ti moun sa yo comprendre que yo pas américain. Et ou même tout pour vivre un lifestyle qui pas promote lifestyle américain pour que ti moun yo ka joindre une chance tout dans la vie. Guess la après tourner en aller. Are you back? Can you hear me? Are you able to hear me?
It is so bad, dog.
I know.
Oh my goodness, man.
Have you thought about
Oh man.
have you thought about stepping outside?
Oh, oh my goodness.
Sorry, my brother. Sorry.
Internet is so bad.
So I guess I can't just say it's just Haiti, because sometimes it's just everywhere, right?
Yeah, we can't blame it on Haiti.
He can take you out of Haiti, but you can't take Haiti out of you. You done took Haiti to them people's state, huh? Haiti problems. Well, I can hear you right here,
Oh
so I don't
man,
know if it's a
what can you
comfortable.
do? You know.
Yeah, is okay. Is it? Are you froze again? Wow. Okay, don't go too far. You might have to go back because seem like the further out you go, things is getting worse. Guys, please excuse me and thank you for your patience. If you have yet to give this live a like, please do so. This brother have an awesome story that I think the whole world should hear. And this internet is acting a mess. So sometimes I think that certain things is just attached to Haiti, but this is a testimony that is just not a Haiti problem. But I really, really, really don't want to spill the beans. I want him to tell his story. And I don't want to be the one kind of telling his story. It'd be more interesting coming from the horse's mouth itself. I know that I received an email from one of my viewers asking me, I'm not going to say your name, but it says, Good morning, Marie. I am a subscriber to your wonderful YouTube channel. I love seeing all the good work you do to assist people in need in Haiti. I'm writing to see if you have any suggestions or advice for a very good friend who has applied to the Biden program to bring a relative from Kai's, Haiti to the U.S. She applied to bring the relative in the beginning of January 2023, and she hasn't heard anything since then. The relative in already has a valid passport and has money for her plane ticket. All she is waiting for is to hear what the next step should be. She also has a job waiting for her in the U.S. She has many family members and friends who will help her as she assimilates to living in the U.S. Any assistance you can provide will greatly be appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my sister, for reaching out to me. Guys, I want to say that I know several people that have been waiting for a very long minute with the Joe Biden program. The Biden program is not only available to Haitians, it is available to Venezuelans, Nicaraguans, Cubans, as well as Haitians. So I want to say the family members that are pretty much impatient to just check the status of your application. Make sure that there wasn't any mistakes submitted on your end before submitting the application. That is not the reason why it is taking a minute. Be patient, guys. That is all I can tell you, and that is all the advice that I get from people that are even involved in that type of work. All you can do is be patient. As long as they have your application, I want to say, even if the program did close, and close would mean they would not be receiving any more applications, yet I don't think that will apply to you that have been waiting since January. So just be patient, one day at a time. And I pray that your family will get to the U.S. with you as soon as possible. A lot of people are waiting. And for those that are waiting, just keep praying, guys. Keep on praying. And make sure that that person have access to their email. A lot of the time, we find it that people in Haiti are somewhat irresponsible with technology. They're not pretty on cue with keeping up with emails, with some of their technical stuff. And we know that has to do with somewhat the lack of knowledge. So make sure that the email address, you have somebody that's there watching it to make sure that your family member, when they receive that information, that they do answer. So yes, well, thank you for that question. Tanya, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Thank you so much, my sister Arlene. How's it going? How's it going? Let's see if we're gonna get him back. Mr. Jackson, thank you so very much for your continuous love and support of Life in Haiti. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Hold on a second. Mr. Seal, Caroline Newton, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Nadelia, Michelle, hi Marie. Hello, Nadelia. How's it going? Jacob Martel, sac passé, sac passé. Joseph says, hi, everybody. Hello, Joseph. How's it going? Mr. Jackson says, hello, Marie and the Life in Haiti family. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope all is going well with you too, Mr. Jackson. Excuse me, guys. Hold on a second. Why do they go to Florida? Well, guys, Florida is I want to say a welcoming community for Haitians. You're close to home, and then they're able to send stuff back home easier. Maybe it's just me speaking, because my father, if you watch the latest upload, guys, dad was here to visit with me again, and I really enjoyed him, as I always do. But my father was one, guys, that was never too much of a big fan of Florida. He always wanted to go to Texas and kind of pretty much be away, but hey, it doesn't matter. Trouble can happen anywhere. You just have to, how do you say, however you carry yourself, and staying out of trouble and stuff. But hearing stories like myself and Mac's story, hopefully it would encourage you to not go through the same thing which we have been through. So, guys, let's see if we can get Mac on WhatsApp, because this here is not going to work. So do you guys think we should do it through WhatsApp? And loves it. Hold on a second, guys. Let me see. I'm not getting an answer from our guest, so I'm not sure if his internet is probably down all the way. We definitely have to do this another time. This internet, I was excited too about this show tonight. No answer, guys. So let's just go on with the show. Thank you guys, though, for tuning in. I've been running around all day, guys, so I ran in quickly. And I want to thank the few of my peoples that reached out to me about sponsoring a child. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you guys so much. Stories like Mac is why I enjoy bringing them, because you go through something bad and then you watch God turn you into, take you, I guess it's like you come out of a cocoon, you a caterpillar, is that what you call it? And you turn into a butterfly, and the lesson that needed to be learned was at your worst. And I think that Mac's story is an example of that. And I'll bring him back if opportunity presents itself where he can share his story himself. A story where when everything went against you. This show, guys, we really have to have it again. Because I don't know if you guys understand the process of deportation. The devastation it is for the one that is actually being deported. The devastation on family. The way officials treat you. How you end up regretting some of the mistakes and decisions which you've made. And then you see that now not only were you done with doing time to society, but now you felt as if you had been issued a life sentence by being sent to a country like Haiti. Then you come to Haiti like myself. I had family, but it was like I had nobody. I did not know them. I could not recognize them. My whole foundation was in Houston, Texas, and that is what I worked hard many years to return to. And I did not have that opportunity. So I had to start like I was lost. So I can assure you, many of my brothers and sisters that have been deported have shared these same feelings. But what's good is at the end of it all, this story will show you guys, don't listen to what men say. Men can say or do whatever they want to do. They degrade us. They make you sign a paper saying you will never, but God is bigger. God is always bigger, guys. And I hope that you learn this from some of these stories. Oh, look at you. You way outside back. How's it going? Oh my God.
Can you hear me?
I hear you well, my brother. I'm telling you, you know what? You've been trying, and it's okay. I'm going to do some editing with this, but I want you to get this show going because people are excited, and I can tell that they want to hear what you have to say. So, share a little bit about your journey. Let's just continue from where we started while we have connection. What led to your deportation? When were you deported?
September 2011.
To Haiti.
September of 2011. You know, that when I ended up getting deported, Marie. Um,
Yes, I hear you
can
well.
you hear me?
We can hear you, Mac. You can continue.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to say. This internet is just thank y'all for this. Thank y'all for y'all patience, man. Thank y'all for y'all patience. You know, the internet is just going in and out, in and out. Well, Matt, I don't know why the internet usually works fine when I'm doing everything else, but now I'm on the life in Haiti Haiti. Marie's acting all crazy right now, you know. And before I got the, it was like I was so in fear of Haiti, I didn't even want to come to Haiti. I was just so afraid of just going down there and just being involved with just.
Mm-hmm. We can hear you well.
Okay.
Stay where you at. Stay where you at. We hear you.
Oh my goodness. Wow, man. I
Stay where
can't
you
believe
at. We
this.
hear you.
Internet just going crazy.
Okay. Stay where you at. Stay where you at. We can hear you. Can you
Oh,
hear
you can hear me
us?
now?
I can hear you good. Can you hear me?
I can hear y'all fine.
Okay, so tell us about
Yeah, I can hear you
2000.
fine.
Okay, 2009, you get into Haiti. What are your feelings? What is it like? Do you have family members? Do you remember them?
I don't got no family members. I don't got no family members in Haiti, and that was the fear that I was afraid of because I'm like, man, I'm coming to this place that I don't got no family members because that'd be the biggest fear for a lot of people who get deported is because that you haven't connected with these family members in so long and you never did connect with them, and you spend all this time in prison and now you get to a place and you hear information about you deportee and they hearing all of these stories about deportees and it just give you a bad taste in your mouth. Like I was supposed to get deported in August of 2011, you know, but I ended up getting deported
Mhm.
September because when I got on the plane in August, I didn't want to go, and I got in this altercation with the officer, and when you get
Mm,
deported, you shackled up. Your hands is shackled to your waist, and your waist is shackled to your ankles, and you can't really move, you can't fight. So I just got into this like almost this tussle match with this officer, and he beat me up real bad. He busted my lip.
oh,
My wrist was bleeding due to the handcuffs.
mm,
So they took me off of the plane, and they say they ain't gonna send me to Haiti. Marie.
mm,
So in my mind, I'm thinking that I got out of deportation. But that was never the case. That was never the
mm,
case.
hmm. Yeah, something similar. Well, I know we had the story of Raymond coming back to Haiti. I mean, there's just so much. I mean, tell the people about your experience in Haiti, because I get to share through life in Haiti, partly of my experience, what you got yourself involved in, what did you do for work, what was life like for you in Haiti? Just like, tell me your first 72 hours in Haiti.
My first 72 hours in Haiti, they tried to put me in a pen, but luckily to at that time they had local deportees who had their own organization, and
Mm,
one of the organizations was called DIPSFOG, and there was a fella, and he was the president of and his name was Mike. And when he saw me in 2011, I was a lot heavier. I was maybe like 280, 290 pounds. I was a big dude. And when he saw me, he said, "Hey man, you remind me of Warren Sapp." And at that time, I was angry because I just got deported. I don't want to talk to nobody. And the whole time that when you in the detention center, they telling you not to talk to nobody because they could kidnap you. These people are up to no good. So I'm afraid of him, but he's just trying to help me. And another inmate who's sitting right to the left of me, he like, man, you better talk to this guy. If you don't talk to them, they're gonna send you straight to Haitian prison. And he asked me, he said, do you have any family down here? And I said, nah, I don't have no family. And I don't know. It was like Mike, he just took a liking to me. And he was like, man, you a big dude, man. I gotta protect you because you need because you don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You could be involved with a gang so quickly down here. And he said, man, you know what? I'm gonna sign you out so you don't got to go to prison. So my first
Wow.
day in Haiti, I got signed out in front of DCPJ. And as soon as I got signed out, I'm looking at Haiti and I'm like, whoa, oh my goodness, because it's just a culture shock because you're looking at the people
Mm-hmm.
and the people you more afraid of the people, but they looking at you and you afraid of them, but they really afraid of you. So it's like this tension that's going
Uh-huh.
on, and
Mm-hmm.
and at that time, when you see all of that's happening, you like, wow, man, why they looking at me like this? They're looking at you like public enemy number one. And the whole time when you
Mm.
first come to Haiti, you got these gray sweatpants, and they give you these detention shoes. So
Mm-hmm.
everywhere you go, you stand out. So here I am coming out of this APJ. I'm afraid of Mike because I don't know what he got in his mind for me, and I'm trying to contact my mom, and she trying to she when I did get in contact with her, she telling me to call my aunt. But when I call my aunt, she's like, she don't want to have nothing to do with me because I'm a deportee. And she's like, man, what's
Wow.
going on? What yeah, oh my God, you're a deportee. I'm not accepting no deportee in Haiti. And that, so
Yeah.
it really put me in a position where I was like, really, I had to really rely on this organization. And Mike, and he said, where you gonna go, man? I got you out of jail. Now where you gonna go? And I'm like, man, I don't got no place to sleep. I don't got nowhere to go. So what he do, he called one of his homeboys, and now I'm super afraid. I'm like, oh man, I'm about to get kidnapped. He called one of his homeboys, and I ended up staying the night at his house. And when I got to his house, I'm so thirsty because when you get deported, they wake you up like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'm mad. I'm just in this mad. I'm just in this whole depression state of mind. I'm totally just disconnected from everything. So I didn't eat. So the whole time I didn't eat, I didn't drink anything. So I'm mad thirsty. And this was my exposure to Haiti, that you can't drink the water out of the basin. So here I am doing my first night in Haiti, and I started drinking this water out of the basin.
Oh, Jésus,
Yo, I'm drinking
whatever.
this water out of the basin, and they say, yo, what are you doing? You can't drink no water out of this basin. So now I got this huge stomach ache. My stomach ache,
Ooh,
and all I wanted to do was
monkey.
just lay down. So they put me in this room, and yeah. So I'm used to having I'm used to you having like lights and actual bathrooms, and I'm shocked that I'm like, yo, where I use the bathroom at? And this guy showing me this hole in the ground. And I'm like, what?
Mm.
Yo, I'm telling you, the first night in Haiti, it's a rude awakening because you really all these emotions is going through your mind, and you looking at yourself and you like, man, the whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, man, I really messed my life up, man. I'm just really thinking all these negative thoughts, and just for me to sleep, because when I'm in the detention center, you sleeping in AC, you feeling good, and man, I couldn't sleep that whole night. It was so much mosquitoes, and then they exposed me to this thing called black eye talks. Oh my God, black eye talks, and I couldn't take the smell of it, man. My first night, yo,
Bakal
Marie, my
muklo
first
yon gen
night,
ka pule la.
and my first night,
Mbage, mdeva se mde gen yon ki ta pule la mda mutro li anko. Ma yon gwe sa yo sou moun. You may continue.
yo, and and Paxson, people probably asking, what's a black eye talk? A black eye talk is a mosquito insect repellent. And when you light these things, they got such a strong odor to repel the mosquitoes that they just really just it would start messing with my respiratory. You know, it was hard for me to breathe. You know, I had to get used to it. You know, yeah. And the next day I woke up hungry. You know, I'm used to waking up to breakfast in the morning, no breakfast in the morning, just the rude awakening. And you know, and in Haiti, they wake up super early. I'm talking about people are up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, you know. So yeah, Marie, that first night is a rude awakening. And that first morning, it was a rude awakening. And you know, it just really showed me that, man, I just really got to rely on God. You know, that's why I say all praise go to God. And that's why I call my channel Max Journey, because it's a journey from me just being this thugged out gangster and getting deported. And when I got deported, I said I'm just gonna try to keep my nose clean and just try to stay out of everybody's way. And in that mind state, I got involved with the organization because I remember I got in contact with my aunt, and where I was staying at, they like, man, you can't stay here no more. You got to make a decision. You got to go do you know, because it just wasn't that wasn't my family. It wasn't, you know, it really wasn't no tie. So, and he was just another dip trying to help me out, and he was like, yo, you got to move on, you know. And then I found myself homeless, you know, to the point where I just really had to just yeah, I just really had to just rely on God, and just really had to just put myself in a position where the things that I thought I knew I couldn't apply, because I'm learning Creole, and I thought I knew Creole, but I didn't know Creole the way they were speaking Creole. The Creole that I thought I knew was not the same Creole that they were speaking in Haiti. You know, that's a totally different Creole. That Creole is, you know, and it really just it really just opened my mind. It just really just opened my whole it just opened my whole way of thinking. You know, it really did. It really did. And
So when you left
wow,
those
man,
people,
wow. And I remember that.
Mhm. Let me ask you, when you left, did your aunt finally take you in? I hope, guys, please share this live. I hope that we have a lot of deportees that are watching this.
No,
And
important pet.
most of all, a lot of people that are in the US as a resident and living the lifestyle any kind of way. A reminder to tell you what can happen, and this is reality, because not many of us deportees actually make it to tell our stories, because I have met viewers that have buried their son or daughter just from them being deported to Haiti. Either they've killed themselves or they've put themselves in situations because of the depression, the shock, the culture shock. So please share the life. So let me ask, because I've shared with my audience how shame people attempted to make me be, because I was deported. And I'm like, wow, these people don't even know me, and they were so judgmental. But thank God, I never really listen to what people have to say. You know, I take into account what you have to say if you have good intentions. But when it's to belittle me, I hear you. But then in my mind, you just pouring into my motivational spirit to show you that you are wrong. Did your aunt ever take you in? How was that situation? When you had to leave, where did you go?
My sister, baby daddy, at the time, I went to his cousin house, and his cousin, he's a cop. So the cousin took me in, and you got to understand, when he took me in, he saw me as a meal ticket, because he see this big dread coming to his house. So he looking at me as a meal ticket. and he got maybe 6 people living with him in a 1-bedroom studio apartment. That's the best way I could describe it to the viewers. And 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 there's only one bed in the whole apartment. So all these people, they see me coming, so they sleeping on the floor, and they want me to sleep on the bed, and I'm feeling super uncomfortable because his wife, him, everybody's on the floor. And I remember that night, I said, God, what am I gonna do? I say, this is my life, God. And I don't know. It was like God just was like, man, you could be part. You could go back to these organization people and be part of something bigger than you even thought you could be, or you could just sit here and just and try to find your aunt and try to plan your own life. And right then and there, I mean, it's like as soon as I heard that, I was like, man, let me just call Mike. And I called Mike and I said, yo, man, I can't stay over here, man, because these people, they ain't got no room for me. It ain't working out. Can you hear me, Marie?
Yes, I hear you good.
And so he registered me within that organization. But in the meantime, he sat me at this another another one of his close friends' house. And this house, it was more bigger. And I had the leisure to go outside and not necessarily have to be in front of these people every day, because with you coming back from America as a deportee, you trying to get your thoughts in process, because you getting so much outside influence. You're saying you should do this, you should do that, you should do that. But what I was trying to do, I was trying to focus like what to do, So he placed me there, and when he placed me at this at his buddy's house, he registered me with the organization. And from the organization, they asked me what I used to do in America. And I said, man, I was just hustling. And he said, okay, if you was just a hustler, you were just, going through trying to go to college and just doing your hustle thing. This what I'm gonna do. This what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna have you register other deportees that's coming in. And right when I started doing that, I don't know, I just took a liking to it. I took a liking to just helping other men who was in that situation with me. And then they moved me out of that house and they moved me into this big old shelter. At that time, they had a shelter and it was in Pena. And once I got into that shelter, I automatically became the manager of that shelter. And when I say manager, I was just like overseeing the new deportees that was coming, and we all was just teaching each other at that time, because I didn't know nothing about Haiti. They didn't know nothing about Haiti. So at that time, we'll go out together and find out what to eat, find out how to talk, and then you'll have some maybe 1 or 2 deportees whose Creole is really good, and and that shelter was only there to house deportees that couldn't find their family, and they'll house them maybe for 30 days or 15 days or 10 days, depending how long it takes for them to find their family. And throughout that, I did maybe 9 months there, and then I met this fellow whose name was SP. And when I met SP, SP, he ended up finding me in that same area. He ended up finding me an apartment, and through the organization and through me just getting to know different people in Haiti, I ended up raising funds so I could pay for my apartment, and from there I just continue working with the organization. And through me working with the organization, I was part of this in 2012. I was part of this and I put it on Mac's Journey. You can go see the video. And this is me back in 2012. I was younger, I was thinner, but at the same time, it gave me the opportunity to be part of this video. And this video was basically explaining the deportees what challenges they going to meet when they come to Haiti. And this video, it was sponsored by the Immigration Customs Enforcement, ICE, and it was sponsored also by DHS, which means this video, it was being aired inside of all the detention centers from Chrome to in Boston to Miami to California to Louisiana, and this is what the detainees will see. So they see me on the video and several other deportees, and this just kept on. I just kept on, like, you know, it was like God was just bringing me up the bat to be an advocate for deportees, and you know, and from there, I just really just had this passion and this motivation in my heart, because everywhere you go, they'll say, "Oh, deportees, they're the one who's doing crime. Deportees, they're the one who's doing this. Deportees, they're the one who's trafficking drugs. Deportees are doing the kidnapping. They're the ones that's influencing the youth to do these things." So that just motivated me to start within that whole organization to start my own movement, which was called Dip and Fresh. And I just wanted to show that deportees, we're in Haiti, but we're doing positive things, you know. And yeah, Marie, man, it was a lot. It was a lot. That whole time being in Haiti, it just gave me a chance to just help a lot of deportees, to be a voice for deportees, to go to the plane and receive deportees and help them out. And you know, it was just an opportunity. I didn't know it at that time. You know, I was just doing God's work. I didn't understand it at that time, and I was doing it. But I just thank God for that opportunity just to be part of that and be able to do that.
So you ended up doing Dips.org. Dips.org, of course, I heard about
Yes.
Dips.org the minute I stepped foot into Haiti. Of course, every one of the guys, we all knew about Dips.org as an organization that assists Haitians. So now the country gets crazy. Things get to where at times I'm pretty sure you could not even get to the airport to do your job for some deportees that are in need. Let me ask you a question. I hear throughout your story you didn't mention about families back home. May I ask what happened to, and you can choose not to answer, what happened to your family back in the States? Did you ever receive any support from anybody? Did you have that homeboy that you could call and say, hey, this is my situation? And maybe, you know, did you have any support from family and friends in the States while you were going through this period in Haiti?
Through the whole 12 years that I spent in Haiti, the only constant support I could say I had, it was my mother. You know, my mother, she always sent me a little $50, a little $100 every now
Hey,
and
that's
then.
not a little,
Um,
that's a lot.
and I, you know,
That's a
yeah, that was a
lot.
lot. That was a lifeline. You know,
True, that's a
that was a
lot.
lifeline. You know, and you know, it is now through inflation, things are so expensive in Haiti. You know, because when I came
Mhm.
to Haiti, $100, it was 4,000 goods. It was 800 Haitian dollars. And now things,
What?
inflation and the cost of living in Haiti is outrageous.
Mm.
You know, it's outrageous. So for me, how I was getting help, it was really through me helping other deportees, and they see what I'm doing for other deportees. They'll want to help. You know, they'll have their family, or whenever they family send them a little money, they'll make sure they be like, yo, Mac, you owe $25, or here go $20. And that's why I always say the chain link between deportees and between deportees it's a deep bond, because one deportee is always gonna understand. And as long as you're doing something, and even if you live in a life where you may not understand what you're doing, you know, because I don't met a lot of people that came and due to their circumstances, they have to hold a gun, or they have to sell drugs, or they have to rob or kidnap. You know, I understand certain things a person have to do because of your circumstance. So that's why I always try to just pump out positivity, and through that positivity, God just kept on making a way for me to just see the next day. see the next day, you know. But as far as family, my mother, she'll send me $50. God bless her, God bless her, you know. And but as far as friends, my friends, they looked at it like, man, you got yourself in this situation, you know. I can't. I'm doing they doing their own thing, you know. And I was a young man at that time, so a lot of my friends, they just now starting to raise their families, they having babies, they getting married, so they doing their thing. So as far as support for my friends, I really didn't have none of that, you know. What became my friends was the deportees that I was meeting off the plane, the deportees that I was meeting through Dips Org. Those the ones that became my friends. Those the ones that became my true family, you know. And it's through them that I'm here where I'm at right now, you know. And I just really want to know that, like, after everything that's happening, and no, I want to get this cleared up, because a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm not the first deportee." I want to say this: I'm the
Hold on
first
a second.
deportee that's making it
I want
public.
to get, no, I'm going to get to that because I just had a talk with him under the live. So as I mentioned that he is the first deportee, I do mean under the Biden program, guys.
Yeah.
We know that a lot of deportees have returned back to the States, but we are talking about under the humanitarian program that is going on now. Now, you're in Haiti.
Yes.
All of this
And
is
if they
happening.
is,
Hold on. All of this is happening. And I mean, I want to say at one of our lowest points in Haiti, they drop the ball and tell us they have this humanitarian program. Like, what was your first step? What were you thinking? Did you even believe that a deportee could be approved?
me, in my mind, I looked at the humanitarian parole program and I said, man, a deportee can't do this. He's not available for this, you know. And it's really like, I'm gonna always say this, man. It's all about your relationship with God, because at that time it's 2000. When the program came out, it was 2023. But before, prior 2023, 2022, and 2021, you know, I just got a rude awakening. I got a spiritual awakening, because, you know, I want to touch this point and talk about Haitian voodoo. And Haitian voodoo is real, and it's something that we got to talk about. It's something that we got to bring to light, because a lot of people, a lot of deportees get involved with that, and they don't know what it is. You know, they really don't know what it is, and and when you get involved with certain spirits, what you doing, you opening up yourself to attacks from other spirits. So, you know, and me being at the level where I'm going to the plane and I'm receiving a lot of people, and I'm going in and out of these official places, and me being part of the Haitian society, and me not understanding what is Haitian voodoo and where does it come from, I got myself involved with a lot of spiritualistness that I shouldn't have got myself involved with. Because prior to 2019, I wasn't involved with none of that. I was just moving positive and just going through, helping people throughout the community, helping deportees. It's when my father, he got deported, because I told you my father, he ended up getting indicted in 2009, and he ended up doing a 10-year bid, and he got out in 2019. And when he came to Haiti and he saw at the level that I was at, he was like, man, son, you don't understand the true culture of Haiti. You got to put all of this spiritualist. You got to have this rag. You got to have these bottles of liquor. You got to be pouring out. You got to be part of all of this. And that's why I want to tell all my deportees before. And I'm not going to get on this and say and try to preach to nobody. All I'm going to tell you is my experience. You know, I'm going to just tell you my experience. And before you get involved with anything, do the background on it. Be aware of what what you're gonna expose yourself to. Cause a lot of times we be in a situation where we just all we can see is the physical, and we get afraid. We get afraid of being hungry. We get afraid of going through that hardship. So now we do things and we call upon spirits that we don't know nothing about. And these spirits, like I said, once you call upon a spirit, it opens the door for another spirit. And you got to be aware of that. And due to that, in 2021, 2000, that when they killed the president in 2021. So that made the country very, very hard to move around. Like you said, Marie, it was almost impossible for you to do anything in Haiti around 2021 and going in 2022. And what happened to me, it was a rude awakening. In 2022, I just had a real rude awakening, a spiritual rude awakening, and it opened my eyes. And it just gave me an opportunity just to step away from a lot of things that I was involved with and get back into doing God's work. And for me, it caused me to just look at myself and the whole time that I was in Haiti and what I was doing. And I just got involved with, like I said, you're new to this place called Haiti, and you're getting a lot of outside influence from a lot of people. They want to see you do good, so they're giving you their outlook on what you need to be doing. So that caused me to get sick. I got under a lot of different attacks and a lot of different things that was happening to me. And I prayed, and around the 2022, at the end of 2022, I prayed and I said, man, Lord, and I just surrendered to God. And I say, man, God, if you hear and if you listening to me, man, give me a chance. Give me a chance to just be able to just help people and be able to help myself. Middle and the end of 2022, I just was going through a real spiritual awakening. And the only way I could be able to get out of that situation I was in, where I would just surrender. I said, I don't want to do or be involved with something that I don't understand, And I said, let me get back to what I was doing when I was incarcerated, when I was locked up, when I first came to Haiti, when I didn't have all these outside influence telling me I should do this or I should do that. And I just got back to what was true to myself. And when that happened, like I said, December, my birthday's in December. So in December of 2022, I just said, Lord, just make a way for me to just be able to do what you want me to do. And a conversation with the Lord. I had a conversation with the Lord, and he said, what you want to do? I said, man, America. I want to get back to America. I really want to get back to America. I want to be able to reach other people and help other people. Bring this story about deportation, about a man coming from just the darkness and from the depths of Haiti. When people talk about deportees, and when they talk about some, not even necessarily deportees, when people talk about Haitians, they're already quick to count us out. And I said, I want to be and bring joy when people talk about Haiti, when people talk about deportees, when people talk about Haitians, when people just look at us and in the beginning, in January 2023, the program came out, Marie, and I said, I was the biggest skeptic. I said, man, this program ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. Ain't nothing gonna happen. I was the biggest skeptic, Marie. I ain't gonna lie, because you gotta understand, being in Haiti, you more quick to go to the negative. Vai ça va bon, vai ça va travail, vai ça va bon, vai ça va. You quick to go to the negative because that's what you hearing the whole time that you in this place.
But me, I'm all about attitude is everything. So you gotta trust. You can't adapt that Haitian mentality. Mm-hmm.
You gotta trust. And I said to myself, I memorized and I know what I asked God for. And God was like, ain't this what you said? Ain't this the impossible? Wouldn't this be the most impossible thing that ever happened to you? Is the deportee coming back to America? And I said, man, you right, God. He said, and I said to myself, I said, man, I ain't finna do it. I ain't finna do it. And it was through my fiance, Meliana. She was like, let's try. Let's just try. Let's just try. And she said, I'm gonna just fill out the application because I remember it came out on the 6th. And she said, I'm gonna just fill out the application and we're gonna see what happens. And lo and behold, we filled out the application on the 8th of January. By the 24th of January, I got this approval letter, and I'm like, what? I got approved. So, like I said, it's a testimony, man. And I can't say it's about me, because once you in Haiti, Marie, and once you've been through
hold up one second, man.
What the Lord
so I'm knowing when you get this approval, knowing what we've been through with law officials, somewhere deep in my heart lets me know you still don't believe it. But you don't, but you feel like you feel like even heading, like going to the airport, they're gonna turn me around. And then if you get on the plane, they're not gonna stop the plane for just me. But when they get there, they're gonna find out this is Mac. So they're gonna say, well, we made a mistake. What was the process when you actually made it? I don't know if it was through Fort Lauderdale. Where did you fly into? What was the feeling, especially being one of the first, having no advice on what the process is? What were you feeling at that moment, knowing by man's standard, you have been banned out of the U.S., you have been told that you could not return, you have been told all of these negative things, but you asked for that one prayer. And here it is, God was showing you that he is kings of kings, that he is the Alpha and the Omega. Don't have me start preaching here, all right? Right then in that moment, God was showing you who he is. What were you feeling, Mac? What were you feeling in the people airport? Because I'm at home watching you go viral on TikTok. And I'm so excited for you guys. What was you feeling?
In my mind, I said, because I remember when I got to the airport that morning, and I said, because when you're going through the program, you got your vanilla folder, and everybody's looking at you, and all our Haitian people, program Joe Biden, program. So they taking you out of this line, putting you in another line. And the Haitians, they smirking and they laughing at you. So in your mind, you thinking, you like, man, do they know something that I don't know? Do they know something that I don't know? So the whole time I got a lot of anxiety. I got a lot of anxiety because I said to myself, man, I don't want to get this far, and they turn me back. But at the same time, there's a voice in my head, and I didn't know that voice at the moment. It was the Holy Spirit, and he was telling me, like, bro, I got you. I ain't doing this for you, Matt. I'm doing this for you to tell everybody that God did this. God did this, And Marie, man, that's why I said
did this. He did it.
Life in Haiti with Marie.
God did it.
It's because it's a it's a miracle for me.
I don't know if people, hold on. I don't want to be interruptive.
Yeah.
Unless you have been in our shoe, because as a deportee, especially, we weren't falsely charged, right? Because everything, I didn't do a lot, but everything that we were deported for was because of our own decisions. And those 72 hours you spent in Haiti where you had no one to pick you up, that God brought somebody to sign you out. He called somebody. Everybody plays. There is a season, a reason, and a lifetime that people come into our life. And he set people in the right place for the right season in your life. And in that
That's
72
true.
hours, you could have never imagined that God in the end of the road is going to bless you like this. You now you weigh up. When you look back, Mac, I mean, how do you feel today? What can you tell other
Because
people? What can you tell other people?
man, the number one thing I could tell everybody, bro, the number one thing I could tell everybody is, um, the number one thing I could tell everybody that I could say is believe. Have a real relationship with God, man. Cause me and where I've been through, I put it in my mind. I said, oh, I got to be this person. I got to be this goody two shoe, or I done did so much crime. I done did so much of this, and that ain't the truth. If God say He gonna do something for you, He gonna do it. And you got to know your relationship with God. That's the number one thing I could tell anybody that's going through this. The number one thing I could tell anybody that's going through this: pray. Pray about this. Pray about your situation. Pray about what's going on with you. And once you pour out your heart and you tell Him, He's gonna make it happen. And through this whole process, He just kept on showing me to trust in Him. Trust in Him, because the whole what the world showed me is that I'm a deportee. Like Marie said, all the crimes we did do, we wasn't falsely accused, and I done did a lot of crimes. I done sold a lot of drugs and toted guns, and me thinking that, wow, I did all this stuff in the past, the Lord would never open no door for me to especially a door like this for me to go to America, but He has, and He did that in the strength of Him. He ain't do that because I was no different than anybody else, any other deportee. I ain't no special from anybody or different from anybody. It's just the fact that He know that I'm gonna put the word out there. That's the only thing that I can say, that I'm gonna put not my message out there, but God message out there, and that God did it. He really did, because even today, with the live, it started off rocky, but we here, to get this message out,
Hebrews 11:1,
and
my brother.
that's the biggest thing I can tell
Hebrews
y'all.
11:1.
Have a real relationship.
I'm being rude, but I'm excited.
Amen.
Hebrews
Amen.
11:1,
Speak
my
it.
brother.
Talk it.
Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things unseen. I'm telling you, today
Man.
it's a blessing to hear the change, to hear how when I came into Haiti, Mac, that's exactly what I wanted to do. And I don't think I've interviewed a deportee that put it as real as I put it and as real as you put it. I think one of my sisters, you need put it down real too. But you said a lot of the things that's very true. We had similar struggles. And I'm telling
Yeah.
you that God is putting, because those assignments, that's a heavy load that God have on you. What are some of your goals? What are some of your plans now that you are in the US? What are some of the things that you have planned to do? Not outside of just telling the world what God have done for you, but what are some things that you want to do to pay back and to continue to spread Mac Journey to the world?
The number one thing I want to do, I want to sow in to Life in Haiti with Marie, because what you're doing, especially for the mothers, for the kids, that's big. and I'm just asking the Lord that He put me in a position financially where I could just continue into that ministry. Because what you're doing, it's an empowerment. It really is an empowerment for Haiti. Because a lot of times, and not even a lot of times, majority of the times when you look at Haiti, we that country right next to America, but we just got it. We just got it the hardest on the Western Hemisphere. We the poorest. And I just want to bring the life to people so they can see that life in Haiti with Marie, it gives a lot of people an outlook, and it gives people an outlet to speak, to talk, and to help. Because what you're doing is genuine. And your testimony from just back from watching you back from 2020, starting this YouTube channel, and just seeing you as just a woman of God doing this. And I know the task that you got it's a lot of it takes a lot of strength and a lot of commitment to continue to do what you do day in and day out, especially you got your feet on the ground. You in the zones that are the hottest zones. You in the areas where they need where they actually are going hungry. And I'll be watching, and it just every time I watch one of your videos, it just shows me that I'm not here like how I was before I got deported. How I was just here chasing all the worldly and fancy things. That's not important. What's important is to sow back into someone who needs that hope in something greater than themselves, to have their story exposed to the world. So that's my biggest mission, is to be able to sow back into life in Haiti, to sow, because the title says it for itself, life in Haiti. Life in Haiti is something that is so precious. Life in Haiti, it is very precious. Life in Haiti, and living in Haiti, it shows you how precious life in Haiti is. So
shows you how
that's my
precious
biggest thing. I
life
want to
is.
sow into you.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you
life
something.
is precious. And yeah,
God uses people, Mac, to bless people. He used people to bless you throughout your journey. And that's the only thing he's doing with me, is just using me as a tool. And I want to tell you, to stories like you and I are sharing with the world. One thing I always keep in mind every day I put my foot down is, to whom much is given, much is required. You got to know that this blessing, much is required of you. And God's not, you just getting started. It's a pleasure having you on the show. Like, I am excited. I'm one that have been celebrating your return since day one. You gave me hope, because watching Matt go back was saying, I was in my own house telling myself that, don't worry about what men say. Now what? Like, I was literally talking to the haters watching your story. I thought you said this couldn't be done. You know why God uses people to bless people? Because even when America say that they do not want this and that, people, God used those same lawmakers to open doors for his children that is in a bad situation. And right then and there, he didn't attach that record to us. He didn't attach what Mac had done in the past. Keep on flourishing, keep on shining, keep on doing good, keep on Mac's journey, guys. I've had my sister Arlene to share the link. He started his channel. He's sharing his story. He's been sharing a lot, even about the Joe Biden program. Sharing, and if you guys have some questions for him as far as the process with Joe Biden, you can ask him. We're going on an hour and 30 minutes. So if it's too much, maybe next time. But guys, I need you all to share his story. And not only share this upload, but please His channel link is also in the description. Please share it and subscribe, guys. He's just getting back to the US. And obviously, with this man's story, you hear that he has had to get it out the dirt with everything. But we know YouTube grants him the chance now to have passive income, because I'm not sure, but I know a lot of people that are making it back through the Biden program are having to wait to get permission to work. And we know family members have filed for family members, not really because they have a ton of money to take care of you and offer you all the lavish things that Haitians think that Americans have, but because out of their kindness of their heart and the passion and love, they made that sacrifice.
True that.
Knowing if we eat the noodle, you're going to eat the noodle with us, right? Because it ain't what they think it is in America, but I already know you know. So, guys, please, let's get his channel to that 1,000 subscribers. Let's get his channel to where he can make himself a passive income. I have shared his link several times on my community posts, even on my Facebook, and I will continue to do so. And I look forward to celebrating that. And I know that when you go about God's business, Matt, God is going to take care of you. Wherever he takes you, my brother, he's going to cover you. He removed you out of Haiti because there was a lesson in Haiti he needed you to learn. You learned that lesson and you understood the assignment, because like myself, you may not have been a YouTuber, but I know every day you were in the trenches helping deportees. You were out there risking your life, bringing it. I remember when you guys contacted me, I'm not going to lie. I'm like, deportees, girl, I could not do that, because my worldly mind was thinking, who was I going to pick up? Like, you were afraid to begin with. Was this guy, people think I'm big, but I'm like really small. What if this guy probably put me in the bag? You know, I don't know how they did. So you did a huge job in Haiti. It's just that the audience don't know the details, but you played your part in Haiti. And for that, God has paid you, and he has given you that break to say, job well done. Let's go into the audience. Let's see what some of the audience have to say before, since we finally got this internet working. Send me his information. First time seeing him. His channel. My sister Arlene, please share his channel link again. Okay, this is his channel link, guys. Push that link. We got 80 people watching. You have permission, guys. Leave the show right now and go check out Mac's journey. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Let's subscribe to somebody that is doing positivity, that is on the right path, sharing an inspirational story, and please share it with others also. Please share it. So, guys, this is his link. And if you want further information, please get in contact with me, and I will ask for his permission before issuing out his information. So, and guys, it is free. So let's help him to make some passive income on YouTube while sharing his story with the world. Mac's story shows the power of the grace of God. I love watching his journey. Love you, Mac and Melania. Jamie, thank you, Jamie, for stopping by. Thank you. Magali says, God is great. Tarifa says, yes, we want her back, but it's where God wants you for the time. Oh, as far as me going back, well, one of the reasons why you guys don't see me hollering about this is because you have to have been deported 5 years. Mac had been here 12 years. God gave him a parole. It was by time God gave Mac a break.
I've been here 12 years.
And you say $100 was
12 years, 12 years.
Four meal goods for $100. Boy,
Yeah, when
I
I
don't
came
know.
in Haiti in 2011, $100 was four. Wow, yeah, with full meal goods, 800 Haitian dollars. You know, that just to show you how the times that just changed. It really shows you that it's a
Mm-hmm.
journey. It really
Mm-hmm.
was.
Tammy Green, Eddie, let us apply for Marie under the I-134A. As soon as I have been in Haiti five
It really
years,
is.
guys, and if the program is available, I will grant myself that chance. And maybe if God wanted to, because I make plans, but God order our steps. Because right then and there, Matt, I do believe if I don't even really want to go to the US and just stay. What I'd like to do in the US is have an opportunity to settle some things for life in Haiti and come back because now it grants me the ability to fly into America, go take care of things, come back and I don't know. I have a song that I love that I always sing. Eyes haven't seen and ears haven't heard the type of blessing that God's gonna pour on life in Haiti. So I'm always being patient because I know all I need to do is just keep on going. On the day that I want to be discouraged, and you know when God have you on the right path, on the day that I think about wanting to just have a slow moment, I promise you, one of my viewers from out of nowhere sends me a message, and I'm like, I wonder if they're sneaking into my back gate watching, you know. But it's something uh, or somebody say something. It's somebody in my life that keeps me pushing. So for me, I believe that my assignment definitely is Haiti, Mac. I went to the Dominican Republic
Yeah,
to visit and it was beautiful. I think I was more sad that our higher leaders travel and they have an issue. They have not tried to emulate something like that for Haitians. But I wasn't moved to pack up and go to Dominican Republic. I think it made me love Haiti even more because now I understood that there is something, and that something is against us. They have used us to be against each other. And I don't know what Haiti is paying for, and we're not going to go to it like politically. But deep in my heart, Mac, I will always feel that Haiti is paying for being the first free black nation. um we say freedom in words. We love to throw around
of course.
1804, but in many ways I feel like it's just in words that they allow us to think that we are free, but however we have been enslaved in many ways within this country. So for me, my assignment is Haiti, and I'm being patient. I don't want to be illegal anywhere. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to think about being in trouble. None of that, you know? Never. So I know that's one good thing too,
Yeah,
because you
yeah.
legal, you're able to do whatever you want to do. Hold on one second. My mom only sends me, oh, it's some bad rain coming through here, like it's a earthquake. Padma, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, Padma. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you for your continuous love and support of life in Haiti. Let me see what subscribe. We'll tune in. Thank you so much. So, really quick, Mac, what can you tell sponsors to expect who have applied for some people since January, um, that their family have yet to be called? What do you think happened there?
What's going on? Because I'm close friend to a lawyer friend of mine, and she works on a lot of these cases. And what's happening is it's such a backlog that right now they're in the month of March, and the USCIS, they ordered that it's just a random selection. So it really doesn't matter if you applied in January or applied in February. It's just a random selection. They'll just be selecting, and like you said, it's 5 different countries. So it's upon selection from that. And with so much people coming in, the application has changed. There's a part of the application where they're asking, why should somebody be able to come to America? What is the reason? And to validate that reason, that's a question that was not there before. So as you can see, the process is changing. It's changing. It's a screening process now. So all the best advice I could tell somebody is to be patient. Don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged, because I had a friend of mine who applied in January 28th, and he finally, after 6 months, he finally got approved. So just don't get discouraged. Know that once you're in the system, that you're in the system. So don't count yourself out. And yeah, it's a word of patience. Like they said, it's a word of patience, and it's a patience game. It's not about just getting discouraged and just saying you won't be able to do it. And as you read in Hebrew, it's all about faith, and faith is a substance that can't be seen or touched. So have faith and know that you're in the process. And that's why I put this message out to let people know that it is possible for deportees. It's possible for people with charge to be able to come back. Yes.
Have you heard of anyone being disapproved, and for what reason?
The only thing that I heard, and I don't want to discourage anybody. I don't want to discourage anybody, but as far as like sexual offenses, charges, sexual offenses, that's the only time I heard somebody got disapproved. So like I said, I don't know how does that background check work, because on the application, it doesn't ask for the beneficiary to have a background check. So, but that's the only case that I heard that somebody got denied. And that person, he was a deportee, and he did have a sexual offense charge. But like I said, every case is different. So that's not to discourage anybody. But I'm just telling you about that experience.
Wow. So there are different types of deportation, and unless you've been through that process, you're not really familiar. May I ask, during your original deportation stage, how long were you deported for? Or were you?
I was barred for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was barred for 10 years because not only obviously I had criminal offenses, but I also had immigration offense, because when I came to the country, I stayed and I entered the country legally. And when I came, I did not take any process to get any of my paperwork. So they barred me on that restriction, being here illegally, and me being here and knowingly know that I'm illegal. I didn't take any steps towards getting that paperwork done to get legal. And what I had to do, like they told me back in immigration court, that you had to leave the country and then file when you was out of the country to come back in the country. But obviously, my parents at that time, they wasn't focused on that, and they didn't know about that. Just as so many other immigrants and Haitians, because once you get here, you just jumping right into that rat race. You just have to work to maintain, and yeah.
So
But
you
all
mean
of
to
this
tell
for
me
any
because
deportees who trying to find out how long they was barred for, or trying to find out, or if they trying to find out they what happened in immigration court, because a lot of us we've been here. I mean, a lot of people who get returned to Haiti, they when they get there they lose a lot of their paperwork. So if you ever looking to find out how long you've been deported, or how long you got ordered deported for, how long you was barred from the country, or just what happened during your immigration sentencing or proceedings, you could look all that up on the USCIS, and it's for free. And it's called the FOIA, which is the Freedom of Information Act. It is called Freedom of Information Act, which is FOIA. You can find out everything that you need to know about what happened in your immigration case, so you could better understand how long you was barred for, how long do you have, what was your case, and what caused you initially to get deported.
wow. Mm. And you say that is FOIA.
Yes, FOIA, and you'll look and you'll find that form. It's USCIS/FOIA.
Okay.
USCIS/FOIA. And it's a free application, and it's very easy. And that's the same site that you'll go if you're applying for the humanitarian parole program. So yeah, I wanted to put that information out there for anybody who's looking or wanted to know about that.
Wow. So, because the internet was kind of messing up, at the beginning we didn't get some things to be said. So, you're telling me while you were in the state, you had an illegal status? Were you a
Yes,
resident?
I never and that would really cause me, and that's,
You had never had a
yes, I
resident.
applied for the, no, I didn't have no resident card. I was illegal. The only thing I did have, or I didn't even have, the only thing I applied for but I never received was a work permit. Me not having that, it just, it caused me to just steer more to that life, that street life, because I'm not legal anyways. Um yes, ICE did arrested me. But before I got arrested by ICE, I was already in custody by DOC. And before I got released from DOC, they I had an ICE hold,
Mm,
immigration custom and enforcement hold on me. So yeah. But like I
wow.
said, I didn't have no documentations. I was fully I was illegal, and
So, Mac, let me
yeah.
ask you, did you ever speak to your parents? You traveled at such a young age. Did you ever question them? Like, why did they have paperwork or were they illegal themselves?
And that's why I said I don't know. It's God. My whole family, my sisters, my mother, my little sister, they all citizens. It's just, and I said it was when I end up leaving at 11 years old to go live with my father. My father, he was just so nonchalant that he didn't even apply for those things. And when he did apply for those things, and when he did receive his resident card, he already got indicted. Like my father, he received his resident card, his green card in March, and he got indicted in April, and he was supposed to fly after being in Haiti after being in America for like 25 years. He was supposed to fly to Haiti in May. So it's like due to that, due to that, I was so deep into living the American lifestyle that I didn't even think of that stuff. I remember me and my father, and it was like an inside joke, me and my father, because like I said, it got to the point where my father, he he knew I was selling drugs, and he was a big time drug dealer. He was selling drugs, so we started selling drugs to each other. And I kept on telling him, I said, I mean, he just kept on funding me
And
to
your
get
dad's
drugs because he was.
Haitian?
Whenever I go to him, I wouldn't have to
Papi c'est
pay.
haïtien.
Yeah,
Papi
my
c'est
dad's
haïtien.
Haitian. You know.
Haïtien liye
Yeah,
tout
Papa
ça.
was Haitian. Yeah, my
El
dad's
va te
Haitian.
faire. E va fasil ou
Yeah,
haïtien tout ça,
yeah,
non? Mwen mde toujou pas haïtien
yeah.
bon
You
moun pou
know.
l'eglise. E Haïti mwen haïtien apouve koy ou kon sa, oui. So pa bon kite tout ça.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because when I went to stay with my father he's just so nonchalant, and he loved, most he fell in love with the American culture. He fell in love with the big chains, the rims, the and he fell in love with the culture. That's all I can say. And due to the fact that he fell in love with the culture, he's just it just led me to fall in love with the culture too. And here we are. Like I said, my father, he had the drugs in bulk, and I used to go and get it from him, and we'll just disperse it throughout Miami, Jacksonville, Tampa, and Tallahassee. And we used to joke about. I say, man, they're gonna deport you one of these days, pops. And then my pops just said, they're gonna deport you, son. You better get your stuff together. And I said, what? They're gonna deport you before they deport me because you can't even speak English that well. And lo and behold,
El va
I got
parler
deported
anglais.
10 years
La
prior to my
paix
father
tout
getting.
seul va parler anglais.
He speaks English, but he don't speak like me and you, Marie. He don't speak
Yeah,
like
I
me and
know.
you.
I know what you're saying. Boy, Pops was too much. You hear me? Is Pops still
Yeah.
alive? Is Pops still alive?
So and yes, my pops, he's still alive. He
Oh
came to
my
Haiti
God.
in
I hope Pops done
2019.
changed his life.
And the funny story about that, in 2022, yeah, in 2022, yeah, for the most part, my dad changed his life, but he likes to gamble, he likes to drink, and he's 64 years old now, and
He's young.
he's in Bahamas right now. He ended up leaving Haiti. Yeah, he's young. He
Oh, so
had
did
me
he
when he was
eventually get deported?
17.
Did he get deported too?
Yeah, he eventually got deported. Yeah, he got
Wow,
deported,
okay.
and it was just such a big thing because when he got deported, I was the one to go receive him at the plane. And imagine I haven't seen my father
Wow.
in 10 years, so that was an emotional. It was an emotional time, and I was already working with deportees for over 10 years plus before when he got deported. So I had I just had the Haitian government at that time. They just really assisted me and helped me to get him out the plane early because he was older, and he really is.
Wow. Boy, boy, boy. This is
Yeah,
a testimony. It's like
yeah,
that whole full 360, Mac. God have shown you who he is. And not only
yeah.
that, is like everything just came to a whole, like it was meant for whatever blessings that you have to come back into Haiti. But now, before we leave, last question, and you can say whatever you like to say. Well, with your experience in Haiti, how do you view life today?
Man, and I'm gonna say this to all of my deportees that come back to America. You're gonna see America a way different, and not to speak nothing bad about America. I'm not here to bash America or Americans or anything like that. It's just that after you done did all this time in Haiti and been part of that culture where everything is a necessity and everything is a luxury. And you see how being in America, how a lot of things is taken for granted. And it just breaks your heart. It breaks my heart all the time, because I know even as I'm going through my day to day, and I hear people just they're worried about the things that just is so like for average Haitian, they would be so small, but here in America they make them such a big deal. And to see how people are just wasting food and wasting water, it really impacts you, and it really makes you look at like, and it really makes you ask yourself like, wow, God, look at my country, look at Haiti, and Haiti's in such in dire states. And here, now that you're back in America, you're looking at all of these opportunities and all of these chances that the average resident of Haiti, they won't get. They will never ever get, and it's heartbreaking. For me, I find myself a lot of times just looking, just really just taking it for myself to just reflect on what I've been through and what other deportees and what other Haitians are going through. And here, everything is just easy, just to get a paperwork, just to get to go to the bank, to just be on the road. And a lot of times I find myself sad sometimes, because I just be thinking of all the people in Haiti that just don't have that chance, just on the fact of what's going on with this humanitarian parole program. A lot of people are looking to get passports, and just the hoops that you got to go through to get your passport. Here in America, all you got to do is go to the post office and you could get it. And it's just a lot. It's a lot to take in. I spent 12 years reintegrating deportees into the Haitian culture. Now I'm here, and it's like, wow, Lord, I'm here, and I find myself almost needing help to reintegrate. Um, I find myself needing help to reintegrate myself back into the American culture, even though I was here prior 12 years. Because it's like, after doing and being in, and not just being in Haiti, but actually functioning in society, in the Haitian society, it really makes you stand back and be at awe. I find myself just standing back and reflecting a lot of times on like, wow, and yeah, Marie, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in, because you're going from a place where you're moving real slow in Haiti. You're moving real slow for everything. And here, things are happening overnight. They're happening so quick overnight, and it's a lot of information to process, and it's a lot of emotion to process, and it's a lot. It really is. It's a lot. You got to take it in, man. Just talking about that right now just get me all emotional. It makes me just think, like, cause man, there's a lot of Haitians that just, is starving, like really starving to death. That just really starving to death. And over here, it's not like that. It's really not. It's not like that at all.
People say I get different phone calls. And I remember when I first started Life in Haiti, someone called and told me, Marie, why should I help somebody that's poor in Haiti when I have all these poor people in America? I think a lot of the times that text resonates with me because I could not explain to you like poverty in America compared to poverty in my country. Poverty there could be luxury. Like it's somewhat middle class, what they call poverty, if not a rich person, because you have access to water, electricity, yada yada yada, all of these fancy stuff. But um, coming to Haiti have humbled me in so many ways, also because, well, prison humbled me, and prison prepared me for Haiti because had I not been to prison, I think I could have easily went crazy because I would not have adapted the model that attitude is everything. Because if you are somebody that needs like all of the big grand fancy things, especially coming into a country where you're starting all the way over, you're gonna either find yourself with the wrong crowd doing the wrong things, and in the end it's gonna get you in trouble, or you're gonna end up highly depressed and probably push people away from you also. Mac, we've been on 2 hours, my brother. We could do this again
Oh man.
a, a different time. I'm
Yes.
sure people had a lot of questions, and I hope, guys, those of you all that are watching was kind to stop by Mac's Journey to hit that subscribe button. We have his link going on in the live chat. And after the live, those of you are who will be watching, his description, his link is also in the description. So stop by, guys, and please go and subscribe to Matt, guys. Everybody that I bring to Life in Haiti, that I ask for love and support, comes back and brags about how awesome my Life in Haiti audience is. So I want to hear the same thing again coming from Mac, just how much my peoples have embraced his channel. So guys, please begin with hitting that subscribe button and helping him to make passive income. Um I want to thank you. It's so much other questions. I know somebody asked about work permit. Do you want to come back and do this? And hopefully the internet works and then we'll be flowing. Wherever you're sitting now, the
Yeah.
next time you're doing a show, you go back and sit right there again.
I'm gonna sit
Because
right here.
right there, don't move, Mac, don't move. Sit right there. All right. Send my love to the family, man. It's a pleasure. And welcome to the YouTube world. My only advice to you
Thank
is don't watch anybody else. Stay in your own lane. Don't worry about other people's numbers. Don't worry about nothing. Love on the people that love on you. That's one thing about YouTube. If you see people that have the thousands and thousands of, just know that he did it. God did it for them. He will do it for you. Take it slowly. And one thing I do, I don't never compare myself. I don't be trying to fit in with the Joneses. I stay in my own lane. So just be patient with yourself. And I promise you, you probably passed me up. Like I remember talking to Shaq in Effect, my brother, and he have completely passed me up. Like I'm like a dot in front of Shaq because he's like at 500,000. So don't think that because you're starting small, or don't be intimidated in the community. Work with those that work with you, and everything's gonna be okay. Just do what God have asked you to do, and you keep it
Yes.
pushing,
Yes.
and everything else is gonna fall into place.
Yeah.
I'll have you back. So I'll see you again. I'm about to close the show. Thank you so much, Mac. We're gonna do this again.
Thank you. Thank you. Life in Haiti with Marie. Thank you. I love you all in Jesus' name. Thank you.
Love you all too. Love you too. Bye bye, my brother. So I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much for this awesome show. It started off rough, but it definitely ended a lot better. For those who watch and those that will be watching after, know that men does not have the last say so. When men close the door that is supposed to be open, just stay at God's foot and know that God will open doors that men have shut. Sometimes it takes for God to take us to our lowest to make us stand up our highest. I post this every time I'm live. Attitude is everything. No matter what God is taking you through, Trust him through the process. Adapt a spirit, a positive spirit. Adopt a positive attitude. Knowing that wherever he sends you, wherever you're going through, sometimes we did enough where we need a little spanking, but that's just a father spanking. He is correcting us. He is not killing us. And tonight's story is a prime example of that. I hope to bring about many more of these stories. Being a deportee in Haiti, especially in Haiti, can be degrading. You can easily start questioning yourself and take on people judgments about you. So to stand up above what people have to say about you with this status, it takes a strong person. But it also takes a stronger person to stand the course and to watch God bless them at the end in the madness. So I just want to thank you guys. Please go by and support our guests. Kindly like, share. Definitely subscribe to this channel if you have yet to do so. Until next time, please set your notification on for our latest upload, guys. It will be Saturday at 11 a.m. You all be blessed. I'll see you live again Sunday, 6:30. Take care, guys. And don't forget, if you would like to sponsor a child, please, we are still looking for people. Please get in contact with me. I'll see you guys Sunday. You guys be blessed.